Thank you very much, Jesse J, showing us pictures of different shades of animals. You have to choose who you are. In the zoo. Do you see why Nigeria is a zoo? Somebody came out and said, I imagine somebody like maybe, what's his name? Joe Biden. Imagine that American media today were to dig up a statement that he made even 30 years ago saying, I don't believe in America. I believe that America should be torn to pieces. Do you think Americans will vote for him? Do you see the difference between white people and black people? Do you see how they reason? Do you see why sometimes I ask God, why did you bring me to Africa? I don't understand why. You could have made me a tree. At least I'll be useful as a center table. They will cut me down and use me, or maybe as firewood. I'll provide some warmth. Do you see how foolish black people are? I'm asking you, can you imagine Trump 20 years ago saying, I don't believe in America? And then they vote him. Do you think that's possible? Seriously, do you think so? Do you think so? But because Nigeria is the worst country, is the place where you have the most foolish people in the whole world, the most useless, they are there. That is why somebody will come and say, I don't believe in Nigeria, but he wants to be Nigerian president. Zoological Republic. Zoo. Animals everywhere. They cannot reason. When you see white people killing black people, shooting them in the back in America, it's because they have waited for us to be reasonable and we've refused. Why do you think Fulanis are killing us? Because they have waited for 50 years and they have seen that every political generation is a fulefu after a fulefu. The more they come, the worse they become, to the extent whereby the Supreme Court is now giving us, a Fulani court is now giving us a governor in Imo State who is an ex-Yahoo boy, a known criminal in Lagos, governor of the state, in the sacred land of Biafra. Then imagine what will come after him. Imagine. They told us that we give you we decide who your governor should be. We, Fulani Janjaweed, we decide. If you do any nonsense, we go to Supreme Court, we use a aeroplane turner and turn everything around. Please publish that picture of Tanko. Let them see who their Supreme Justice, Chief Justice is of the Federation. These are Tuaregs. These are people that have planned to take your land over. But because you're black and foolish, it cannot enter your skull. It can't register. Can't register. And I want everywhere we have our people to be at alert. Anytime you see them at night, creeping and going to arrest anybody, destroy them, that place. Destroy them. That same place. Destroy them completely. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. Destroy them and their vehicles. Anywhere you see them going in the middle of the night looking for who to arrest, destroy them. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Block the road and destroy them. That's what they do. They want to strike fear into you. The same thing they're doing now, they did to Fulani. They did to Hausa. They succeeded. Today, they only have Fulani emirs in Hausa land, only Fulani governors in Hausa land. They did the same thing to everybody in the Middle Belt. They succeeded. They went to Yoruba land. They beat a chunk out of them, which is Kwara State. They want to try the same thing in Biafra land. It will not work. It can never work. Not whilst IPOB is there. It can never work. You're wasting, and they know they're wasting their time anyway. Anyway, when the hunting season is around, Efulefu is there in very serious trouble. Nobody in their right mind believes in one Nigeria. Nobody. I want people to paste this Tinubu everywhere so you know that nobody believes in one Nigeria. Nobody does. The Fulani, they want Nigeria because they want to conquer everywhere. Take our oil and gas and make Nigeria the home of Fulanis in the Sahel. That's the only reason why they want it. Those of them, I'm very, very happy now that the Oduduwas are now rising up and saying no to all that rubbish. Where is Middle Belt? When are you going to rise up? When are you going to rise up? How many are we? Biafra, Oduduwa, Middle Belt. How? Oh my goodness. People can't reason very well, honestly. Somebody wrote, and people must, as I said, Simon Ekpa is doing a very wonderful job. Absolutely wonderful. And needs the support of our people. Absolutely wonderful. He must be supported. Simon Ekpa is doing a very wonderful job. Must be supported. Please. And also, my good general is doing a very wonderful job. Wonderful, wonderful job. Wonderful job. And the rest of the people who are Ikenga from South Africa, all of you who are Biafra child, all of you who are coming out and broadcasting, you're doing a very wonderful. People must support them. And the Igbo unite. People must support all this. They are doing very, very well. You must support them. You must support them. Facebook can suppress my post and suppress my page. They cannot, of course, they have suppressed all these other people as well. I know from my guns, they have suppressed him. Even Ekpa, sometimes they leave him, sometimes they suppress him. You must support them. You must. Anybody that speaks the truth, you must go and support them. Very, very important. They reason very well. Very, very important, please. And I'll read from what my guru wrote today. He said, none of them believe in one Nigeria. It's just their survival meal ticket. Take a look at all those who have had the opportunity of making the zoo Nigeria a better country, but have further destroyed it. Then you'll understand that one Nigeria is for criminals. One Nigeria is for only criminals. Only a criminal can come out and say, go and look at, okay, look at anybody who lives in one Nigeria. Go and look at the person. Look at them twice. Look at them twice. And then you will know. Look at them twice, you will know. Have you ever wondered why they have not been able to stop us? Have you ever wondered why, despite all the things, despite all how many new feeding bottles they buy for their baby saboteur, have you ever wondered why they can never succeed? Do you know why they cannot succeed? Because they don't exist. They do not exist. They have nothing to offer, nothing to contribute, absolutely nothing. Envy and jealousy is not tantamount to strategy. It is never a strategy. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. That is why they cannot even see. They cannot. I don't want to go too further. Anyway, but I like what those young men are doing, and you must support them. Very, very important. And women as well, please. You must support all of them. All of them that come on live to preach this very gospel in truth and in every honesty. Verifiable truth. Verifiable truth. You must support them. And why must it? Because of this. We are doing what we are doing because of this. Gunmen kidnap 7 students and 1 female teacher in Kaduna. Is it very clear to all of you now? Do you see their game plan? Now, have you heard DSS saying, gunmen are in Kaduna, we are going there, DSS, army, police, come, let's go. No. Do you know why they will not go? Because those doing the kidnapping are Fulani people. And what does that tell you about these people? What does that tell you about them? Every day is bad news, yet you don't want to understand. Some of you don't want to understand. Do you see how foolish our brain has become? Gunmen kidnap 7 students. This is from Vanguard newspaper. 1 female teacher in Kaduna. Gunmen have kidnapped 7 students along with their female teacher from a secondary school in Kaduna State. They have killed a vigilante and vandalized the church. This is the local vigilante that the IG of police is planning for Yoruba Land and Amoteku. So they can come with their, as I told you earlier, they can come with their gunmen and kill people and kill vigilante because you're not organized. Fulani will only strike you if you're not organized. They are afraid of organization. That is why they want to go and tear Amoteku apart. It's their strategy. It's their strategy. The attackers, they came in 20 motorcycles. If they don't have money, how can they come? If you claim that they're from Mali, from Timbuktu, who gave them motorcycles when they came into zoo? Who gave them motorcycles? Our people must be able to reason. Sometimes I know that a black mind or a black man or woman is self-destructive. Their ignorance self-destroys them. The ignorance of a black man is what destroys a black man. I know that most black people are very, very foolish. But can't you ask yourself simple questions? Who gave these people guns and motorcycles? Who gave it to them? These were given to them by Fulani governors to cause mayhem, to bring death and destruction, to terrorize people. the entire apparatus of state, of governance of state in the zoo has been designed to deliver terrorism. When Buhari was elected, the dead one was elected, their mission was very simple, to conquer everybody. They went to Chibika Mechi. Chibika Mechi used the money of Biafrans, River State, to bankroll a Janjaweed. Nobody from the north gave him money. They went to Tinubu. Tinubu marshaled out all the media might of the Yoruba nation to get him elected. Not knowing that they were digging their own graves. Not knowing that when Tinubu was doing all this, he never knew that Pafasoranti that the daughter will pay with her life. None of them knew that the Fulanis will come, destroy Yoruba farms, destroy, rape, kill. Then when Tinubu was promoting the late dead Buhari, who is now in Saudi Arabia in a grave, they never knew. When Amechi was busy using our money to go and bankroll a criminal of PTF, they think we have forgotten PTF. 20 suitcases stuffed with money, they think we have forgotten. Halliburton scandal, they think we have forgotten. When all these things were happening, they thought they were doing themselves some good. All these idiots in the APC claiming in the name of Buhari this, Buhari that. Have you seen where you are today? All of you in APC in Biafra land, have you gone to the nearest bush where you are to see Fulani settlement? That's what you brought to your people. I call it the politics of Azikiwe. Penny wise, pound foolish politics. Because of political power, you betray the land where you come from. You betray your people. You give your land to Fulani and they will cut off your head for it. People are being kidnapped now in Kaduna. The same Kaduna people that fought the war, that came down as the officer class during the war. They are now in Birom territory, destroying them. The same Birom that gave soldiers during the war. They told you the same thing they're doing now. Oh, you are there and IPOB is there. The same garbage they said about Biafra during the war. Biafra is your problem. Not knowing, had some of you been able to reason then, as Shoyinka did, you would know that Biafra was the solution to your problem. So Biafra was. The same way today that IPOB is the solution. IPOB is the solution. Look at IPOB. They are doing this. They are proscribed. The proscribed IPOB. A journalist from the south is writing. Proscribed IPOB. But one day, he will lose his wife, his daughter, or his sister to these rapists. And then he will realize he will change. People don't learn from the south. I have no idea why that is the case. People don't learn. They don't learn at all. Gunmen in Kaduna, raping, killing, stealing, and abducting. But you are in Enugu shooting unarmed people. Talk about getting your priorities wrong. You are in Enugu killing people who are unarmed. Meanwhile, in Kaduna, you don't have troops and policemen to go to Kaduna to police and to provide security. But you are in Enugu killing people. Have you seen such nonsense before in your life? Have you seen such rubbish before in your life? And none of them believes in one Nigeria. Even if you go to DSS and ask them, they don't believe in one Nigeria. They don't. Oh, it's because of my salary now. I need to take care of my family. The way that every black man reasons, had the white people reason this way, today we won't have computers, we won't have mobile phones, nothing. That is why white people are always ahead of black people, because we don't reason very well. Tell me why anybody will come out and be defending something he doesn't believe in. How is that possible? How is that possible? It's happening in Kaduna. They are kidnapping, they are killing. They want to reduce Amotego. They kill the vigilante. That's what they want to do. Reduce the vigilante to nothing. Make it local. Local priest, local imam, local traditional ruler. Those that can bribe easily and compromise all of you. But Amotekun with one central structure. Nobody can compromise it. But if you any day you allow yourselves to buy into this garbage of saying local one, local council, local meeting, you are finished. When Fulani came, they first took Gobert from the houses. They didn't go for everywhere at the same time. They first of all, they took Gobert from them. Named Sokoto. Then they moved to other places. Moved to Katsina. Took everywhere from them. Installed their emirates. And it's over for them. It's over for Hausa now. Hausa doesn't exist. Does Hausa exist? That's why they don't want me to broadcast. They say, oh no, don't. Every time he's on the air. Because they know we are hitting them hard. Ordinary microphone. And you're running. Imagine when I come down, what will happen to you. And you know I'm coming, don't you? Of course you know that. Who doesn't know? Only a fool doesn't know that. In a country where corruption is, people talk about corruption, is no longer news. Senate directs the Attorney General, who himself is under probe, to probe $18 billion stolen in broad daylight. $18 billion. They are the people that believe in one. If you can steal this amount of money, why won't you believe in one Nigeria? The few white diplomats that believe in one Nigeria are those who are making money from it. Because the is a very corrupt place. Anybody can make money, as Trump said a while back. That his friends are making money over there. Why would you want Nigeria to break? As a white man, as a diplomat who is making money, you come down as an ambassador, you are going back as a millionaire. Why would you want Nigeria to break? Why? Only if you're a fool. People that want Nigeria to be one are those who are benefiting. They are like the Tinubus of this world. They want to eat the money meant for poor people. And then they turn around and give you 4 million to fight COVID-19. 4 million. They steal 18 billion. They give you 4 billion to fight it. That is why you're a black person who cannot reason. And that is why your outlook in life is black. Very bleak. Very sad indeed. That is why we have come to educate you, to enlighten you, so that you may change from your evil ways. And talking about changing from evil ways, there is one Efulefu. He's in Lagos. He thinks that because he's Osu, he thinks that Osu is a bad thing in our place. Of course, it's not. It is not. Because he went to the village and they called him Osu. He ran to Lagos and embraced everything called one Nigeria. But as somebody said, when his backside was still intact, he has not forgotten his boxer shorts somewhere in the north. Okay, he boxer shorts and now he wears none. When his brain was intact, he made a statement. He said, we can go to war again. Who will go to war again? Joy Ibokwe, engineer, author, one that the Igbos will pick up guns again and fight for Biafra. This is the monkey castigating IPOB. Oh dear. Inconsistency. As I told the Fulefus in those days, when they joined me in IPOB, I said to them, a black man has a problem. They said, what is it? I said, ideological inconsistency. They are inconsistent. When you give a black man a small chicken change, he will abandon his principles. He will abandon everything he ever believed in because of money. He will buy a flashy car. He will buy a fancy house. And I ask all of you, how many black megastars do you know around the world who made money, who still is in money today? Very, very few of them. They always squander it. They always squander it. That is the way they are. Even those working for Facebook now, the money that they give to them, they will squander it. They look at all the politicians. Tell me any politician that came out only full and that kept stealing, that made it out of the money they stole in office. Go and check all of them now. Are they not poor? Or are their hotels doing very well? Did they build any factories? They only built hotels. Are they doing well? Go and look at all of them. There is one cockroach, one inconsequential buffoon. I do apologize for actually mentioning the idiot's name on a program which I'm anchoring. His name is Joy Ibokwe. He's based in Lagos. He's an Osu from Nnewi. He was chased away from the village. He thought the village they came for him to sacrifice him. He forgot that I abolished Osu long time ago. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. If people can go out and marry whoever they like, all people are born and created equal before God. I don't believe in all that rubbish. Osu nonsense. I don't believe in it. This one is Ibokwe. He ran away from the village because he's Osu. He went to Lagos And they gave him some chicken change and he changed. They give you chicken change and you change. And now he's pursuing change in APC as the gutter drainage commissioner for Lagos. He claims he has a PhD. He's in charge of gutter drainage in Ajegunle, in Lagos. He's an intellectual in charge of drainage. This idiot a few years ago said he will pick up guns again. He was in fact in spirit an IPOB member. But they gave him money as they did to other Ifulefus and started talking rubbish. Unless you're clean and pure, you can never last here. You can never. Because we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. We are clean, scrupulously clean, without blemish. That is why the enemy is afraid of us. If you don't know, let me tell you. Unbribable, unbuyable, uncompromisable. We don't compromise. Never, ever, ever. That's why we appear harsh and very hard to some people. Because they want to bring the zoo blood, their zoo contaminated, useless black brain into what we are doing. Once you exhibit that black stupidity, you are shown the door immediately. We can go to war again. Please, people should send it to the idiot, the moron, and tell him that the problem of a black man is ideological inconsistency. Inconsistency. You don't believe in the same thing for long. You change, you chop, and you change. We'll go to war again. If there is injustice, if this injustice, then what is IPOB fighting for? IPOB is fighting for the same things that you mentioned. BBC will interview. I want BBC to go and interview him again. Sabo network for Sabo connecting all saboteurs. That's their job. A criminal politician, as somebody said, Chimezie, residing in Lagos, clearing gutter every day. They give him some chicken change. He comes and talks rubbish. And we're here, the same thing the Hausas did, and Fulanis overran them. They think we are as stupid as they are. Of course we are not. It's there for the whole world to see. These are the so-called Lagos-based Efulefu intellectual about Woko. Umuokoko. These are the so-called intellectual one. The idiot like this. You knew that Biafra is the key. He knew that Biafra was important. But they gave him some change, chicken change, and he changed overnight. Typical, very typical. Senate calls for sack of NTA Star Times management. Over 200 billion stolen. Before it was $18 billion, so this one now is 200 billion naira stolen. Lai Mohammed, one Nigeria. They believe in one Nigeria because of the money they can steal. Only an idiot believes in one Nigeria. Only a criminal does. That is common sense. Lai Mohammed's ministry, 200 billion stolen. Every day they do probe. You know they do probe and they go behind. They share the money they have stolen and the probe dies down. Monkeys probing other monkeys for stealing banana. Is that possible? Can you see monkeys now gathering and probing other monkeys for stealing banana when all of them love banana? It's not possible. Of course it's not. They have stolen the money. They have stolen the money. 19 billion, 11 billion, billion. This is our nation. Is this our country? Our nation. Our forefathers gave to us in 1960. You are older than Nigeria. The person talking about his forefather giving him Nigeria is older than Nigeria. Nigeria was formed in 1960. The idiot talking about his forefathers giving him Nigeria is nearly 70 years old. I don't know how people, I can't understand how people reason. In this Yoji, black people, I don't know how, I have no idea. Your forefathers gave you Nigeria. You're older than Nigeria and your forefathers gave Nigeria to you. Fought and your forefathers. I have no idea what is wrong with black people. I have no clue. Only God can save them. Their stupidity is astonishing. And that's what we're supposed. You know, those complaining about my broadcast is because you know, when I touch them, their friends are listening. You know, their friends listen. So when they go out, they want to pose. Their friends will call them, "Hey, come, monkey from zoo, come," and they get upset. Instead of them to get upset at their own stupidity, they get upset at Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB. That's what's happening. We are listened to in over 154 countries. 154. Unprecedented. Not even BBC can manage that. Do you doubt me? In the year 2013 and 2014, was Radio Biafra not more popular than BBC? When they on tuning, they rate radio stations by popularity. Radio Biafra was number one. Am I lying? People went then to go and screenshot it. Number one radio station in the whole world. This Radio Biafra that I was anchoring. Don't you know that? That the world doesn't. When you see people get upset, oh, Nnamdi Kanu say POB, they are this, they are. It's because their friends listened to Radio Biafra. They went to go and be posing, trying to play basketball, and volleyball. Their friends say, hey, come, monkey, go and get it. They ask, why calling me monkey? Because you're from a zoo. Then they get upset. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are special. We are IPOB. That makes us a special breed. We are too special for the animals that inhabit the zoological republic. Everywhere. Everywhere. And that is why we are suffering abroad. And that's why we need Biafra. That same man has spoken again, Abariba. A man of steel. A man of honor and immense integrity. When your people's livelihood and their lives are threatened, that is how you know leadership. Let me see the idiot that will come and say, I want to run for president. I'll ask you, when our people were being killed in Enugu, where were you? What did you say? Simple question. Then they'll go to Hanese. They'll pay it. It's our turn. It's our turn now. If you are this wicked when you're not the president, imagine how wicked you will become when you become the president. The closure of the shops belonging to Biafrans, we are hardworking people. This is a message I want to send to the Ghanaian government this very evening, because I know they're listening. I have a lot of respect for Ghana and what they have been able to accomplish. But Biafrans are in Ghana not as illegal immigrants, but as hard-working businessmen. They own businesses all over the place. And I must also refer the good people of Ghana and their government to the protocols of ECOWAS on free movement, integration, and security. These are contained in the documents and in the articles signed by the state of Ghana, to allow people to reside and to trade across West Africa, the same way they did with the EU. Because ECOWAS was modeled along the lines of the EU, because the EU was the economic community, EEC was European Economic Community. They formed the ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States. You know, we have to copy all the time because the EU, they were creators, you know. They created all the states in Africa. That's the truth. And we copied them. And because we copied them, we copied everything in the EU verbatim. That is why in ECOWAS, anybody can reside anywhere and do a legitimate business. They cannot be subject to deportation. It is impossible. Unless they have, of course, breached the rules of the land. That is what the protocol says here. ECOWAS protocol. We don't want to go to court in Ghana to be able to prove that to the government of Ghana that we are allowed to do business in Ghana. We are a blessed people. We know we are like the Jews. We are being persecuted all over the place. It's in our nature because we are blessed. We are doing business in Ghana, in Kumasi. What is happening in Kumasi is not good. And I'm telling the authorities that to leave our people alone. We are doing legitimate business in Ghana. We are contributing to Ghana's overall GDP. And we are paying taxes in Ghana. And this cannot continue. And it shouldn't continue. And we are not Nigerians, please. We are Biafrans. We are not Nigerians, please. We are Biafran people. We are not the terrorists you read about. The terrorists are the Fulanis, please. They are Fulani people, not Biafrans. We beg of you to allow our people to be. I will be speaking to them in the coming days, making sure that the authorities in Ghana understand our plight and leave our people alone. Abaribe have also spoken about it. That is how you know men. And some idiots will come out and say they want to become president. Mad people everywhere. I'm upset with all of them. They couldn't say a word. They couldn't say a word. Strong condemnation. They couldn't say it. It's to come out and say they want to be president. There are a few announcements I have to make this evening, and we must pay very close attention, please. It pertains to this glorious global family of IPOB. Immense. We are huge, we are big, I understand that. And with that also comes some feeding problems, which we are also very, very good at dealing with. And I must make this announcement this evening. Please, if you are placed as a national coordinator or you have replaced an existing national coordinator, please do not, I repeat, do not dissolve the cabinet. You inherit that very cabinet. Non-performers you can remove over time. Performers you encourage, you promote. That is how it's done. Very, very important, please. And on that note, I want to reiterate that the appointment of every officer within IPOB is down to me. I appoint and I dismiss. And I have a good reason for that. I appoint and I dismiss. Please, I am making it very, very clear. You don't dismiss anybody or appoint anybody without going through DOS. Absolutely important. That is why the South Africa Finance Officer, Mrs. Gloria Alia, she's from Zimbabwe, but married to a Biafran. So that makes her a Biafran. She will remain in her position as our finance officer in South Africa. It is not debatable. She stays there. And so does the old cabinet. They stay there. The only thing that we have changed is the coordinator and the deputy coordinator in South Africa. Everybody else stays in place. You work with them for some time. You see those who are performing and those who are not performing, and you deal with it accordingly. The issue, every issue regarding finance is dealt with by our sister Nnamdi. And when it comes to West Africa, by Amarachi Ibe. No coordinator is allowed to remove or replace a finance officer. It's a no-no. You're not allowed to do that. But you can recommend a replacement by first stating your reason and making such known to our sister Nnamdi, who is our overall finance officer. And also from tonight, from this very second, senior officers and coordinators are banned. You are banned from making generalized audio messages and putting them on WhatsApp for circulation. No more. If you want to reach anybody or you have any message to communicate, you come on air and you say it. If it is something that you cannot say on air, you pick up the phone and you call the person responsible, or you have a conference call and then speak to the people who are responsible. No more all these stupid audios. I do not want it. And lastly, allow me to repeat, there is only one command in IPOB. We don't have groups in IPOB. There is none. We have IPOB and we have the volunteer command. That's all. Volunteer command of IPOB. No more groups of any sort. No more gathering of any sort. None whatsoever. There is none. It is either IPOB or it is IPOB. No name of any sort from anywhere. Our brigade of guards is the volunteer command. That's all. No other people from anywhere. No other name. And also, I wish to make a correction regarding the announcement I made about Ivory Coast, that they are IPOB. They are IPOB concerned citizens of Biafra in Ivory Coast that made the contribution to us. We still remain very grateful for that. We remain very, very grateful for that, please. Absolutely grateful for that. Absolutely grateful for that. You must send that very note to Tinubu and to Joy Bokwe. We want to give him publicity. He loves publicity, so we'll give it to him tonight. And the Yorubas must not cave in to this Fulani Janjaweed garbage. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. Absolutely important. Don't cave in to them. Once you do it, they will reduce you to the vigilante they have in southern Kaduna, and they will proceed to massacre each and every one of you. Absolutely important. that the state police, Buhari, worried about misuse of firearms, presidency, channels TV, garbage and rubbish. Fulani, but you have assault rifle. This is when they say Buhari, that means is who is the mask wearer of presidency, mask wearing presidency. They have still not. Has anyone seen Osibajo yet? No, you have not seen him because he don't exist. Have you seen Buratai? You can't see him because he doesn't exist anymore. Idiots. That is a country. When the white man look at you people, a place with no president, no vice, nothing, and you're still managing to trudge along, he will know that you people, you have no hope in life. People are useless. But Biafra, there is hope. And I also believe in Oduduwa, there will be life and hope. And if Middle Belt can get their acts together, also there will be life over there. Or else, everybody is doomed to a period of darkness that the Fulani has brought with them. And on that very note this evening, we bring this program to a conclusion. To some people, Biafra is what they discuss. To others, it is something they dream about. To some others, it's something that they talk about. To others, something they gossip about. But to us, Biafra is much more than everything put together. Biafra is even more important than life itself. Biafra to us is a religion. And here on radio, Biafra is where we worship, because Elohim Chukwokika Biama is our God. From me, from here, with pain at the loss of our people in my heart, and also abundance of love for what is to come in their memory, I say to all of you, good evening.